Exodus chapter 39. From the purple, violet, and crimson wool, they made intricately woven vestments for service in the sanctuary. They made the sacred vestments for Aaron, as the Lord had commanded Moses. They made the ephod of gold threads, purple, violet, and crimson wool, and fine twined linen. They baked gold into thin plates and cut these into fine threads to weave into the purple, violet, and crimson wool and the fine linen, as does the weaver of Tekoa. For the ephod, they made 2 shoulder straps joined to it at its 2 ends. The woven band on it to hold it formed one piece with it and was of similar workmanship. This was of gold thread, purple, violet, and crimson wool, and fine twined linen, as the Lord had directed Moses. They engraved the onyx stones mounted in settings of gold mesh and engraved, as a seal is engraved, with the names of the sons of Israel. They fastened the stones to the shoulder straps of the ephod, stones commemorating the sons of Israel, as the Lord had commanded Moses. They made the breastpiece, finely embroidered of the same workmanship as the ephod, of gold thread, purple, violet, and crimson wool, and fine twined linen. It was square and folded double, a span long and a span wide. In this they set 4 rows of stones: sard, topaz, carbuncle for the first row, emerald, sapphire, diamond for the second row, for the third row, hyacinth, ruby, amethyst, and for the fourth row, beryl, onyx, jasper. They were mounted in settings of gold and bore the names of the 12 sons of Israel. They were engraved as seals are, each with the name of one of the 12 tribes. For the breastpiece, they made chains of pure gold twisted like cords. They made 2 gold rosettes and 2 gold rings, and they fastened the 2 gold cords to the 2 rings fixed on the corners of the breastpiece. The other 2 ends of the cords they fastened to the 2 rosettes. They were thus attached to the shoulder straps of the ephod on the front. They made 2 gold rings and fixed them to the lower corners of the breastpiece, on the inner hem next to the ephod. And they made 2 more gold rings and fixed them low down on the front of the 2 shoulder straps of the ephod, close to the seam above the woven band of the ephod. They secured the breastpiece by passing a ribbon of violet purple through its rings and those of the apron, so that the breastpiece would sit above the woven band and not come apart from the ephod, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then they made the robe of the ephod, woven entirely of violet purple. The opening in the center of it was like the neck of a coat of mail, and around the opening was a border to keep the robe from tearing. The lower hem of the robe they decorated with pomegranates of purple wool, violet shade and red, crimson wool, and fine twined linen. They also made bells of pure gold and placed them all around the lower hem of the robe between the pomegranates, bells and pomegranates alternatively all around the lower hem of the robe for ministry, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then they made the tunics of finely woven linen for Aaron and his sons, the turban of fine linen and headdresses of fine linen, the breeches of fine twined linen, the girdles of fine twined linen, of purple, violet, and crimson wool, finely woven in Tekoa, as the Lord had commanded Moses. They also made the plate, the holy plate, of pure gold, and engraved on it with all the engraver's skills, sacred to the Lord. They tied to this a ribbon of violet to secure it to the top of the turban, as the Lord had commanded Moses. So all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting was completed. In carrying it out, the sons of Israel had done exactly as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then they brought to Moses all these things: the tabernacle, the tent, and all its furnishings, its hooks, frames, crossbars, posts, bases, the covering of ram skins dyed red, the covering of fine leather, and the screening veil, the ark of the testimony with its poles and the mercy seat, the table with all its accessories, and the loaves of offering, the lampstand of pure gold with its lamps, the lamps that were to be set on it, and all its accessories, and the oil for the lamps, the golden altar, the anointing oil, the fragrant incense, the curtains for the entrance to the tent, the bronze altar with its grating of bronze, its poles, and all its furnishings, the basin and its stand, hangings of the court with their posts and bases, and the screen for the gateway to the court, its cords, its pegs, and all the furniture for the service in the tabernacle, for the tent of meeting, the intricately woven vestments for the service in the sanctuary, that is, the sacred vestments for Aaron the priest, and the vestments for his sons for the priestly functions. The Israelites had done all the work exactly as the Lord had commanded Moses. Moses examined the whole work, and he could see they had done it exactly as the Lord had commanded him, and Moses blessed them.